Hey guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a obsessive smitten hero romance recommendation video. And I just love heroes that are just absolutely obsessed with their heroines. It is just adorable to me. I love a good smitten hero. So the first book I want to talk about is Delicate Escape by Catherine Cowles. So this one is a forced proximity, small town suspense, romantic suspense romance. So our heroine, she's been on the run for a couple of years from her past, and she's finally settled in Sparrow Falls. And she is working a job with her best friend, and she's just very just very skeptical of everyone. And so the hero, he is the brother to her best friend, and he sees that she has like a leak in her house or hears about it, and he's like, oh, I can fix that for you, I'm like a carpenter, and he like works on houses and like construction and stuff. And she's like, no, like you can't help me. And he's like, why? And she's like, I just don't let people into my personal space. Like, I am very particular. And she just has a lot of previous and past trauma from like previous relationships. And she's just really scared to let anyone in, let alone a guy. She is just very shy and just like very scared of letting people in. And so they kind of do like little baby steps of like him helping her with this leak. Like she tries to figure it out herself, and then she finally lets him help her. And so they end up kind of being around each other a lot when he is kind of helping around her house and doing repairs. And they have these cute little like porch dates where they try different foods, and it is just such a beautiful like slow burn romance. And the hero is just obsessed with the heroine, and he just wants to protect her at all costs. And there's definitely a "did this to you" line in this one, and it is just so adorable. I love this romance. It is just perfection. And of course we have the romantic suspense aspect of her past coming into the present. And so the hero is very protective over the heroine when stuff starts happening with that. And this one is just so good. Definitely go pick it up. Then I recently read Love Like Farms by B.K. Borison on audio, and this one is amazing. I'm so mad at myself that I waited so long to read this. But the heroine, she owns a Christmas tree farm, and she is in a lot of debt and needs some money ASAP. And so she finds this like influencer contest thing where she enters into the contest and basically lies about saying that she has a boyfriend that she owns the Christmas tree farm with to kind of get views. And so she ends up asking her best friend Luca to fake date with her to get the prize money and get like the Christmas tree farm back on track with like money and stuff. And so he agrees, and so they kind of have to fake date and judge up their like relationship around this influencer. It is honestly really funny, and the small town is definitely very like, if you love Gilmore Girls, it's very like a Gilmore Girls town, like Stars Hollow. It's just, they're also hilarious. They've been rooting for them to be together for years, and so once they finally get together, it is just hilarious. Like all of the townspeople are like, oh, you guys are so perfect for each other, and all of this stuff. It's really cute and hilarious. And so they end up having, to fake date and be around each other all the time. And they've always kind of had feelings for each other, but they've never crossed that line. And it is just so good. And the hero is just absolutely obsessed with the heroine. Like, he has been obsessed with her for years. They're best friends. He knows everything about her, and it's just so adorable. I just really enjoyed this one. Then I have Worth Any Price by Lisa Kleypas. I recently listened to this one on audio. This is a historical romance, and the heroine, she is on the run. She's been on the run for the past 2 years, and the hero is tasked with going to find her and bring her to her future fiance. But once he sees her and finds her, he is like, I'm going to keep her for myself. And they end up being in a arranged marriage. And it is really good. The hero is a Bow Street runner, and so that's how he found her, and that's why he had to find her. And so there's a lot of like different aspects of this romance, and I really loved it. He is just smitten with the heroine. He is obsessed with her. Like, he just can't get enough of her, and it is so adorable. I really like that. And they just kind of have a whirlwind romance, and it is really, really good and fantastic, but he is also a tortured hero, so he has some things that he has to work through from his past. But this one, I flew through the audiobook. It is absolutely fantastic. Then I have The Game Changer by Lana Ferguson. This one, our heroine, she has her own like talk show for baking, and her views are going down in the show, and so she needs something to kind of like judge up the show and like get views up. And she enlists the like producing team, is like, you need to do something. And her brother is on the like hockey team for their city, and his best friend is also on the team. And so she kind of propositions the hero, who is the best friend, to fake date. So for just on the show's purposes, so she can get more views, because she thinks that people will want to watch the show because she's dating someone and he's on the show. And so he agrees, and there is an age gap between them. They have kind of had feelings for each other for years. It's like angsty tension, because they both, you know, have been pining after each other for years. And the hero is just like obsessed with the heroine, is always wanting to be around her. But he also is like, is this okay? Like, I'm older than her, and like they just kind of fall head over heels for each other. It's just so cute. But then they also have to play into this fake dating aspect, like outside of the show, like being around each other all the time. And I really, really love this one. It is so, so good. Then I have King of Sloth by Anna Huang. This is a workplace romance. The hero is a billionaire, and the heroine, she's just kind of always irritated with him. I think she is his like assistant or like co-producer or something, and he always keeps wanting to go on a date with her, and it's kind of like opposites attract as well. And so he keeps pestering her, and she finally agrees, and she ends up having to help him because he is trying to get his father's company, and they are like revamping his father's businesses, and so she has to work with them on that. He is just absolutely obsessed with her and can't stop thinking about her, can't stop pursuing her, and it is just really, really adorable. And he's just this like, you know, hunky billionaire guy, but just like falls down on his knees for the heroine, and it is just so funny and hilarious to see. I listened to this one on audio, and it was fantastic. And the last romance I have on this list is Bittersweet Memories by Katarina Mora. This is an amnesia romance. So our hero and heroine actually met in a homeless shelter years ago, and the heroine kind of got in an accident and she doesn't remember anything. And so the hero, it is years later, and she is going to work at his company, but he finds out that she is dating his brother, and so there's a lot of like angsty tension there. She doesn't remember the hero, but she ends up starting to fall for him in the present time, and he has been in love with her for years and years, and he is, you know, absolutely obsessed with her because they had a relationship, but she just doesn't remember because of this accident. So he's trying to help her fall in love with him again. And it's all of this like stuff that's happening, and it is so good. It's very messy, very angsty, but I love this one. It is chef's kiss. I love how like she was falling in love with him in the present time, but also fell in love with him in the past. And when she figured out what happened, she's like, oh my gosh, like I knew you were meant for me for years. Like I knew there was something else behind my feelings for you, and it is just so good. I love this one. All right, well, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing me chat about my favorite Smitten heroes that I've been reading recently. I love a good obsessed hero that will just like shower the heroine with love and just, you know, be obsessed with her like she is obsessed with him. And I just love all of these romances. So definitely down below, let me know your favorites on this list because I would love to know. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.